What's up, guys? John here, back at it again with another movie review. So today we're taking a look at the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I believe this movie came out in the 84-ish or something like that. You have to double check that. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a classic. I saw that movie way younger than I should have. I think I saw that at it's it and Evil Dead are two of the movies that I remember the most as a child. And when I say child, I'm talking about 4 or 5 years old. Like, I should not have been watching that shit. Anyways, those are both great movies. The first one, although it is cheesy and corny and stuff, it's still a classic. This movie, on the other hand, I, I had a lot of issues with this movie. It kind of sucks, if I'm being quite honest. Um, I don't know how people saw it in its time, what kind of reaction it got. There are a couple little good things. I would say that one of Leatherface's brothers, the guy who has the metal plate on his head, he does a pretty good job. I would say he's probably the weirdest, kind of creepiest part of the whole film. And I think he's the best part of the entire film. Leatherface himself, big, brooding, crazy, but it's almost comical how he acts, and it's not very scary at all, so it doesn't really hold up on that aspect. It's just more like him being kind of crazy, which I get because of their family and stuff, but he it's kind of almost laughable in a way. um those it's laughable in a good way. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's kind of funny. The opening scene with the car, that it's showing there, the whole car chase scene where he's got the dead body attached to him and all that shit. That was kind of cool. A little drawn out maybe, but still entertaining. It starts off like that, and then it just only goes downhill from there. The the final girl in this, oh my god, I don't know where they found her. I don't know anything about her, but it was just a terrible performance. And for the times, maybe people thought it was good, but she was screaming. I would say 90% of the movie, it looked super forced. She wasn't very, until the very end, didn't really fight back at all. Didn't do anything to live. He could have killed her multiple different times, but the only reason she was still alive is because Leatherface had a crush on her. That literally saved her life 3 or 4 times. Her performance was god awful, but it also could have been, lack of ability along with script writing. This movie is just all over the place. You have a hero character in Lefty, and he's supposed to be the big, detective hero, come in, save the day type. When in reality, he spends most of the movie off screen, or the other half of the movie cutting down pillars in a cave to kind of topple the whole facility on top of them, and then screaming about shit. It was weird. I'm not sure if people really like this movie, because I didn't. It wasn't good in my opinion. I would give it a 1.5 out of 10, honestly. And the only reason I give it that 0.5 is for the dude with the plate in his head and the car chase scene. The rest of it's pretty laughable. There is kind of a little bit creepy, sadistic type scene when they're skinning the final girl's radio station partner. His name starts with an S. I can't remember. But when they're skinning him, that's kind of that gross, gory type stuff. And then he makes her put on the face mask thing. That was kind of gross. But I mean, the rest of it's just a lot of screaming, a lot of nothing, and a lot of chainsaw flinging. But not in a good way, like some of the other Chainsaw Massacres. So, anyways, 1.5 out of 10. And that's being generous, I think. Let me know what you guys think down below, if you've seen this movie or not. I mean, if you're trying to go through the Texas Chainsaw franchise history, I guess watch it. But if not, it's definitely one you can pass on. It's funny. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep cranking through these horror movies, man. Just catching up on stuff, rewatching stuff, going to the theaters and watching shit. So if you got any recommendations, throw them down below. I'll get to them as soon as possible. Like always, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.